Now, Peter, what an exciting place to feed to. Down here in the dirt.
Okay.
What are we looking at, Peter? What are these exciting rocks?
Okay. So the soil here is well-drained gravel, really well-drained gravel over about a metre or about a metre deep, over really heavy clay. So it provides a good growing medium for native plants. It's well-drained, and then you've got the clay underneath for holding water. And so it's got a really acid pH. It's sitting about 5. It's a bit challenging for a lot of plants, but on the other hand, it's ideal for a lot of plants that like good drainage and an acid soil.
So, Peter, are you telling me that you're growing plants in road base?
This is better than road base.
Tell me more, Peter.
So let's go and have a look at some of the things I am growing
in road base.
I'm really pleased.
I really think you have some of the best specimens around because they're not manipulated.
They're not manipulated and not pruned.
No.
Not pruned. And the reason for a lot of the pruning is because the plants have grown so fast,
yes.
and they planted too densely on too small a space,
yes.
and fed too much, so they grow out of their space in no time at all.
Yeah, and that was the thing that I noticed about your grevilleas, is that they really do fill the spot naturally. They're not forced or manipulated, as I've said before, and I can't get over the amount of blooms on them. I mean, they are just blooming.
Absolutely. Those moonlights are terrific.
It must look shy of the night time.
Yeah.
It must be a treat to look out there and just see them.
Yeah, and you get a great selection of birds and
yeah.
so on going through here.
Yeah, because you must get a lot of wildlife.
Lots of birds.
Yeah.
Little honey eaters and parrots and so on.
Yeah, because, I mean, one of the things that people would be a little bit concerned about out there is snakes. Do you have problems with snakes?
I don't have problems with snakes. I have lots of snakes here.
Yes.
I have brown snakes, black snakes, carpet snakes, bandy snakes, white crown snakes. But one of the really important things with snakes is that they're even less enthusiastic about seeing us than we are of them. And so what I do have is I have lots of habitat for snakes and lots of long grass, so as you're walking through them, you're walking, disturbing the grass and making a lot of noise, walking around the place, which lets them know that you're coming. They can slip, plenty of cover for them to slip away. You don't even see them, and everything's fine.
So that's the exciting part about this garden. Even though it has some deadly aspects, you've made it safe by creating the right environment. Hey, I noticed that your grevilleas out there are very unurban and very sexy and sultry in the way that they've grown. That they're 9 years old and they're sort of really bushy and they're voluptuous. Can you just explain to us how you get such growth?
I guess the important thing is that things have grown really slowly. Things have actually taken 9 years to get to that size, rather than you might get a similar sized plant in 2 or 3 years in a town garden and have to push to cut it back, or it blows over at the end of that. So they've been growing at a very, I guess it's sort of a natural pace rather than being forced along in a soft garden environment.
Now, Pete, just explain to me what happens when we use fertilisers to the root system.
What you're doing, you're feeding the plant, you're providing suitable nutrients for the plant, but if you're providing excessive amounts of a particular nutrient to the plant, you're probably going to cause excessive growth, or maybe even make the conditions unsuitable for the plant.
So in other words, some fertilisers could be sort of the Viagra of the plant world.
They could be the death of the plant world in some cases.
Couldn't hold that, Peter. There was just a line in there that had to come out.